All right, so are you ready to dive deep? Today we're tackling AI agents.
Sounds exciting.
AI agents, huh? I bet when some people hear that, they think, whoa, that sounds complicated,
Yeah, it can seem a bit intimidating at first.
like trying to figure out a brand new gadget. But don't worry, we're going to break it all down.
Absolutely. We'll make it clear and easy to understand.
We're going to use this really cool explainer video that actually uses simple terms to teach kids about AI agents.
It's amazing how they manage to explain these complex concepts in such a fun and engaging way.
So by the end of this, you'll be able to impress your friends with your AI agent knowledge.
You'll be able to explain it to anyone, even your grandma.
Okay, so let's jump right in. This video uses a brilliant analogy, compares AI agents to, get this, little robot buddies.
I love that analogy. It's so relatable.
Right. And each of these robots has a specific skill set, like a specialized team.
Exactly. Think of it like having a robot for every task, like a personal assistant, but way cooler.
So one robot might be a pro at organizing your schedule, another might be a whiz at finding information online, and another might even be able to help you cook.
The possibilities are endless.
But here's the catch. Just like us, these AI agents or robot buddies need to learn and get better at their jobs.
That's where the magic of machine learning comes in.
The video actually shows a little robot trying to stack blocks. And at first, it's kind of a mess, making lots of mistakes.
It's like watching a toddler learning to walk, all those wobbles and stumbles.
But what's cool is every time the robot places a block correctly, it gets positive feedback, like a virtual high five.
And when it makes a mistake, it receives a signal to adjust and try again.
It's all about learning through trial and error.
And that feedback loop is what drives the learning process for AI agents. They're constantly improving based on the data they receive.
Which is similar to how we learn, right?
Exactly. Think about learning to ride a bike. You fall a few times, you get back up, and eventually you find your balance.
Same idea here, but with robots and code instead of scraped knees.
Precisely. And this trial and error process is how AI agents can get really good at pretty much anything.
Oh, speaking of getting good at things, there's this hilarious bit in the video where the robot is supposed to fetch a ball, but it brings back a teddy bear instead.
Oh, I remember that. I laughed out loud. It was so relatable. We've all been there making those silly mistakes when we're learning something new.
Exactly. But eventually, the robot figures it out and learns to fetch the right object through feedback.
Which is a good reminder that even AI agents don't get everything perfect on the first try.
So now that we've got this idea of AI agents as these learning robots, what kind of tasks can they actually do?
Well, the video gives some really cool examples.
Like,
Like pizza delivery robots navigating busy streets to deliver hot pizzas right to your doorstep.
okay, now you're speaking my language.
Or medical AI helping doctors diagnose diseases by analyzing medical images.
So they're already being used in some pretty important fields.
Absolutely. And there's also things like voice assistants that can give us weather reports, play our favorite music, and even tell us jokes.
It's like having a personal assistant right in our pocket.
And don't forget about AI in video games, creating those challenging opponents that keep us entertained for hours.
So AI agents are already all around us doing all sorts of things.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The potential applications for AI agents are vast and constantly expanding.
But here's a question that popped into my mind while watching the video.
Shoot.
If AI agents are so smart and capable, does that mean they're like calling the shots? Are they in control?
That's a great question, and it's a common concern. But it's important to remember that AI agents are tools.
Tools?
Yes, incredibly powerful tools, but tools nonetheless. They're designed to help us achieve our goals, not to take over. Think of it like this. An AI agent might be able to clean your house, but you still need to tell it where things go and what needs to be done.
So we're still in the driver's seat, so to speak.
Absolutely. We set the goals, provide the instructions, and ultimately control how AI agents are used.
That makes me feel a lot better.
We're still the ones in charge, guiding these AI agents to do amazing things. It's a partnership, not a takeover.
Okay, that makes sense. But this whole AI agent thing still feels pretty futuristic, you know? Like, where is all this heading? What's the big picture?
Well, the video gives us a glimpse into a future where AI agents could be helping kids with their homework, personalizing education, and even assisting astronauts in space.
Whoa, now that's taking things to a whole new level.
It is. The possibilities are truly mind-blowing when you start to think about how AI agents could be used to solve problems and improve our lives in countless ways.
It's like we're on the cusp of a technological revolution.
We are, and it's exciting to think about what the future holds for AI agents and how they'll continue to shape our world.
So it sounds like we're just at the beginning of this incredible journey. But that's all the time we have for today. We'll be back next time to delve even deeper into this fascinating world of AI agents, so stay tuned.
Can't wait. It really makes you think, doesn't it? About all the ways AI agents could change how we live and work.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I can already see how they could make things easier and more efficient, but I'm also curious about the impact on, like, jobs and stuff.
Right, like will robots be taking over all our jobs? Well, the video doesn't really go into that too much, but it does touch on how AI agents are already changing the way we work.
Hmm, interesting. Got any examples?
Well, think about customer service, for instance. You know all those chat bots that pop up on websites these days?
Yeah, sometimes I prefer those to waiting on hold forever.
Right, and a lot of those are actually powered by AI agents. They can handle basic questions and requests, which frees up human agents to deal with more complex issues.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. So it's not necessarily about AI taking over jobs, but more about AI changing the way we work.
Exactly. It's about optimizing resources, increasing efficiency, and letting AI handle the tasks that are, well, maybe a bit boring for us humans. And you know what? I think that's just the beginning.
Yeah, like what else can we expect?
As AI keeps getting better, we'll probably see AI agents taking on even more sophisticated roles in all sorts of industries. The video actually mentions this really cool example of AI agents assisting astronauts in space.
No way.
Yeah, imagine like AI-powered robots exploring the unknown, collecting data, conducting experiments,
Wow.
all in the harsh environment of space. It could totally change the way we explore the universe.
That is mind-blowing. Talk about pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Right. It's like having an untiring crew of robot explorers. It's incredible when you think about it.
Totally. Okay, but let's maybe come back down to earth for a minute. We've talked a lot about the cool stuff, but I'm curious, are there any downsides, like risks we should be thinking about?
That's a really good point. I mean, any powerful technology comes with potential risks.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to create a sci-fi movie scenario where the robots turn on us, right?
Exactly. So yeah, it's super important to proceed with caution and really think about the consequences.
So what are some of the things we should be wary of?
Well, one thing that experts talk about a lot is the impact on employment.
Oh, right, like if robots can do our jobs.
Yeah. As AI agents become more capable, there's a chance that some jobs might become automated. That could lead to, well, people losing their jobs.
Okay, that's definitely something to consider. Like, how do we make sure people are prepared for these changes?
Right. It's important to think about things like retraining and developing new skills that complement AI. It's not about humans versus AI. It's about humans and AI working together.
That makes sense. Like, each using their strengths, right?
Exactly. Imagine a future where humans and AI are collaborating to create amazing things and solve complex problems.
Okay, so it sounds like we need to approach this whole AI thing carefully, but also with this sense of, like, optimism.
I think that's a good way to put it. It's about finding that balance between embracing the potential benefits of AI while also being aware of the potential challenges.
Got it. Okay, we've been pretty serious so far. So just for fun, let's imagine we could design our own AI agent, like our own personal robot buddy. What would yours do?
That's a tough one. There are so many possibilities. But I think I would probably design an AI agent that could handle all those mundane tasks I hate.
Oh, like,
Scheduling appointments, organizing files, maybe even doing the laundry.
so you could just relax and focus on more fun stuff.
Exactly. It would be amazing to have all that extra time and mental energy freed up.
I like the way you think. Now, I think I would go for something a bit more on the creative side.
Interesting. Like what?
I'd want an AI agent that could help me write music.
Wow, that's awesome. It'd be like having a virtual songwriting partner.
Yeah. Imagine an AI that could understand my musical style and help me come up with new melodies and lyrics. It would be like having a bandmate who's always ready to jam.
That's a great idea. It's amazing how we all have these different visions of how AI could enhance our lives.
Right. And it goes back to that idea that AI agents are tools. And like any tool, they can be used to create some pretty incredible things.
I agree. And it's ultimately up to us humans to decide how we use these tools and shape the future of AI.
It's crazy, right? Like we've been talking about AI agents as this big futuristic thing. Totally. But they're already here.
Yeah. They're kind of sneakily becoming a part of our everyday lives.
Okay, so what are some examples? Like, where are we already seeing these AI agents in action?
Well, have you noticed those personalized recommendations you get online?
You mean like when Netflix suggests a show I might like?
Exactly. Or when Amazon knows exactly what kind of random thing you're thinking about buying.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy sometimes how they just like know.
Well, a lot of that is powered by AI agents. They're constantly analyzing our data, like what we watch, what we buy, what we click on.
So they can figure out our tastes and preferences.
Exactly. And then they use that info to suggest things we might enjoy. It's like having a personal shopper or a movie recommender, but it's all AI.
Huh. So it's not magic, it's just AI.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then there are those navigation apps, the ones that like get us through traffic.
Oh yeah, those are lifesavers.
Yeah.
Especially in rush hour.
Right. And a lot of them use AI to figure out the fastest routes, avoid traffic jams.
So those apps are like little AI agents guiding us through the city.
Exactly. And then think about all those smart home devices that are becoming so popular.
You mean like those voice assistants that can turn on the lights and stuff?
Yeah. And play music, set reminders, even control the thermostat.
It's like having a little robot butler at home.
It is. And a lot of those devices rely on AI agents to understand our commands and do what we ask. It's pretty amazing when you think about how seamlessly they're blending into our lives.
It really is. It's like they're becoming these invisible helpers, making things easier and more convenient. But okay, real talk for a sec. If AI agents are going to be everywhere, shouldn't we be thinking about the potential downsides too?
Oh, absolutely. We can't just ignore the potential risks.
So what are some of the things we should be cautious about?
Well, one big concern is data privacy,
Yeah, I can see how that could be an issue.
right? As AI agents become more integrated into our lives, they're going to be collecting more and more data about us,
Our habits, our preferences, everything.
pretty much. And we need to make sure that data is being handled responsibly and ethically.
So it's not just about the cool technology, it's also about the ethical implications,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. We need to make sure we're using this technology for good and that we're protecting people's privacy.
Okay, so it sounds like we've got some big questions to grapple with as AI keeps advancing.
We do. But I think it's a conversation worth having. We need to be aware of both the benefits and the risks of AI so we can shape its development in a way that benefits everyone.
Well said. I think that's a great place to wrap things up.
Yeah, I think so too.
We've learned so much about AI agents today,
Hmm.
from those cute little robots in the video to the real-world examples that are already all around us.
It really shows how quickly this technology is evolving and how it's already starting to transform our world.
It is amazing, and I think it's exciting and a little bit scary all at the same time. But hey, that's the future for you.
Exactly. We never know quite what to expect, but one thing's for sure, AI is going to be a big part of it. And it's up to us to make sure we're using it wisely.
Well, on that note, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI agents. We hope you learned something new and maybe even got a little inspired to think about the future of AI and how it might shape your own life. And who knows, maybe one day you'll even design your own AI agent.
It was fun.